What's up, users? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we talked about movies, animals, and dog shoes. You know.
Fish! We leaving that? We running with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Right into
Long
it.
time no see.
Long time no see. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I actually, here, I'll open this up before we run out of time. Because we have an hour left.
This is gonna be a big topic. Okay.
I saw on your show notes, oh hi, and I have a story. Except I'm sure you saw my Letterboxd review.
I did.
Okay. Yes. So actually, 2 weeks ago, the day after we filmed, I was hanging out. Actually, I think I had just gotten off of work, and my cousin Bella, she's a film major at ASU. And she texted me, she was like, hey, I know this is super last minute, but I have tickets to an early screening for a rom-com called Oh Hi at 7 p.m. tonight, somewhere in Scottsdale. And she was like, it's got Molly Gordon and Logan Lerman. Do you want to come? And I was like, I was supposed to go to the gym that night, but I just texted Shorty and I was like, nah.
Something else came up.
Yeah, I literally said, I was
really
like,
cool.
She never asked me out. Like my cousin. So I was like, so I'm gonna go. And she was like, yeah, okay, have fun. Anyway, so she was like, yeah, I have early screening tickets, which I guess is just something that you get when you're a film student. And I was like, sick, okay. And it was somewhere in Scottsdale. I remember whatever. Anyways,
do you remember was it in a mall?
Yeah.
I went there for another. I don't know if it's really an early screening, but the movie didn't officially come out for 2 weeks, and I just happened to buy a ticket for it. I don't know if that's really considered early screening. Yeah. It was for Friendship that came out earlier this year. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
Is that the one with Michael Cera?
No, he's very Michael Cera-esque.
Oh, no. It's
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
And Paul Rudd.
No, I'm thinking Michael Cera has won Santa Fe. He's coming out with a movie that sounds a lot like the one that
he is about to be in a movie.
Jesse Eisenberg just released.
He is about to be in a movie. Earlier this year, he was in The Phoenician Scheme by Wes Anderson. But he is about to be in another movie. I saw him in a trailer, but I forgot what it was. The Running Man. Oh. That's not what you're talking about. No. Anyways, go on.
I mean, it might be. Anyways, but she was like, okay, cool. It's tickets are first come, first serve. It might have been 7:30. I don't know. She was like, tickets are first come, first serve, in terms of seats. So let's get there a half hour before. And I was like, okay. And so I drove to her apartment. She lives in Tempe, and then we drove there together. We got there so much time ahead of time, and then we pull up to the theater, and then there was people. There were women sitting outside at this table, for okay, early screening, hi, nice. Right? And they were like, yay, welcome. And they gave me a little translucent little baggie, just a little gift bag, with the drawstring.
Sure.
People will put in party favors in there. Anyways, very, very baby shower-esque. But she gave me a little translucent bag with a little strawberry keychain, and they were like, yeah, hang on to this. We're gonna do a raffle later. Ooh. Or a lottery later, a raffle. And I was like, okay, cool, sick, thank you. And then we get inside, and the theater is it's packed, and it's a half hour, and it's not packed with film students, it's packed with senior citizens. And I was like, what? And we were about to go up to the main seating area, right. And some woman was like, yeah, all of the seating there are scattered, so you're not gonna find two seats together. And I was like, okay. And so then we had to sit in we almost sat in one of the handicap spots, but then we were like, no, we don't know who's coming. And so we sat the row in front of the handicaps, and on the edge. And so my
so
head
your
is
head is
yeah, it's my ass is back. And luckily it was reclining seats, but anyways. And then we're like, well, we wanted snacks, and so we got in line for that. And my cousin, she met up with her roommate who was coming with a different friend, and the roommate told us, oh yeah, actually this isn't it was kind of your thing where it was oh, it's 2 weeks before.
It just happens to be,
yeah. And so she thought she was special for getting early screening tickets. I mean that lovingly. And she totally was not. So,
totally not special at all.
Yeah, anyone could buy these tickets. And so we were like, oh, okay, like maybe we would have come here earlier if we'd known that, but that's fine. And I ordered mozzarella sticks and what they said were State Fair mini donuts, and these were like cinnamon sugar donuts. And let me tell you this: the mozzarella sticks, pretty yummy, pretty freaking yummy. Really? I'm not someone who cares a lot about a cheese pull because I think like honestly, if you're gonna fry cheese, no matter what the pull is, it's gonna be yummy. I don't care if it pulls. I'm pushing it into my mouth. There you go.
Let's keep it going. Let's just move past that.
Okay, I'll do that. But it was like if you guys do care about the cheese pull, go to that random Scottsdale Mall.
I could not tell you the name of it either, but it was a really nice movie theater. If we're talking about the same one.
It was not. Oh no, I'll find the text.
Never mind. Mine was a really nice movie.
We'll talk about it, but
maybe it's just Scottsdale thing.
I don't know. And then what was it? We ended up getting in there like just in time, and they did not play any previews. It just went straight into movie.
Wow.
Which was pretty interesting.
That's cool.
And then the movie was freaking hilarious. And I enjoyed it very much. I texted my shorty afterwards and I was like, we have to go see it. And so then this weekend it was like officially out. And so I took her Sunday night to go see it.
So you watched it again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And she liked it. So we can talk about the plot afterwards because I'm pretty sure you saw it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Camel View Fashion Square Theater.
Yeah.
So that must be a Scottsdale Fashion Square.
Was it a Harkins?
I truly don't remember. Probably.
Maybe
there was like a little gelato plate, like it was like next to the popcorn stand, like it was like popcorn.
We'll offline about this, but the one I'm pretty sure that sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure it's the one I went to. And that one I went to was really nice. I had like little lounges and like huge screens in the waiting area. We'll offline about it. Not necessarily.
We'll touch base.
We'll touch base afterwards. So yeah, we're gonna get right into movies then.
Okay.
I watched 3 movies since we last spoke. A theme because I think that happened last time we got together. Mm-hmm. Although technically we got together after the episode, we had a little Mupp edible day, which we can get into. That was fun. But I watched 3 movies. In theaters. I saw more movies, but so the first one was Smurfs. Pretty bad, really bad. We watched it for Jacob's birthday because his birthday happened a while ago, but we just didn't get a chance to do anything. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to. Shut up. We didn't get a chance to really do anything like that week or anything. So last weekend he was like, "Hey, do you guys want to go do something?" So we went to the movies. We went to round 1 and we went to the movies. And we went to go watch Smurfs, and it was pretty possibly the first AI generated movie. The script was so terrible, and like I don't think anybody cared about that movie. Rihanna is Smurfette. Don't know if you knew that. Rihanna is Smurfette in this one, and she loved Rihanna, but I don't think she really cared. She does not.
Have you seen Home?
I have seen Home.
Did she care in that one?
Did she care in Home? It's been a while. I think she cared more in Home, or maybe just because maybe it's just she doesn't fit Smurfette. No, I think. The writing was just not good. Like, it was all very basic and very bland. None of the jokes were really funny or, like, at all funny. It had a pretty crazy cast, though. It has Rihanna and James Corden and Natasha Lyonne. Sorry, James Corden was not a good example. Natasha Lyonne. What's his face? What's Ron Swanson's name? Nick Offerman. Jimmy Kimmel was in it for a little cameo. I don't know. There's a lot of actors in it that I was like, oh well, that's kind of a good cast. But they probably just spent all the money on that, all things considered. John Goodman is Papa Smurf. Kurt Russell. Anyways, but yeah, I really don't have anything to say about it other than it was just bad. Like the animation, like the art. I'll say this: the art style was like cool, like the way it's like cartoony. Like I think animated movies are in general getting a little bit better about that, just the style of it. But the animation itself, like them moving, did not look good. Like the lip sync was off a lot of the time.
Really?
Yeah, and like I don't know, like the art, like I said, the style itself. Like if it was still images, that'd be cool. but no, just not something about the way.
Poster.
Oh, a poster, right? Yeah, this was the last poster, and I was like, I'll just grab that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like ever since like the Peanuts movie, whenever that came out, like animated movies are starting to be a little bit more bolder about their art style, and like I think Into the Spider-Verse really like pushed it over the edge, where they're like people really like funny looking movies. So this is kind of like that, where like it's a little bit stylized, but again, like the animation itself is just not good. And yeah, super boring, not funny, very basic. Then I watched I don't know why I'm looking at my notes. I remember what movies I watched. And then I watched the Fantastic Four, like I mentioned in the last episode. I watched it when we were in California. My partner got me this Herbie popcorn bucket.
Oh.
Very nice.
Whoa.
Very cool. Not possibly, definitely one of the most like ineffective popcorn buckets, because how do you like eating out of that was very difficult. But it's super cute, and it's check this out. It's got features on it. Okay, so first off, his head is a drink container. You put a drink in there. There's a little soda straw. I think I tried to wash earlier. I think I just spilled water. Oh. Front here, you put some candy in there.
Okay.
Little front compartment. The back, all the popcorn, and it goes all the way to the bottom. But like, yeah, just to stick your hand in there is just.
Sitting in a movie theater.
Yeah, imagine me in a movie theater.
Sound you feel like shit about.
Right, and I have to like loudly open this every time. And then, like, it's sitting in my lap, and these aren't recliner seats, so it's just sitting like this, like, the whole time, like, I'm watching the movie. And then, like, to drink, for a while, I was just trying to commit to the head being on here, so I would drink it, like I have to, like, lean forward like this. But then, like this can come off, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to hold his head. You barely touched your Herbie popcorn. But he has two little buttons on here, which are pretty cool. This plays, like, the theme. And this one is a little projector that has the logo.
Oh! Wow. Nice.
Flash that at the camera. Anyways, very cool. Thank you so much to my partner for that. Anyway, so the Fantastic Four First Steps was pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I was expecting to like it. Like we mentioned before, I was talking about Marvel movies, and I was like, this one's going to bang, though. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty good. I will say, as far as comic book movies this month, fortunately did not outbeat Superman for me.
Oh, okay.
No, Superman was just too goated. And that's coming from a dedicated Marvel fan and dedicated Fantastic Four fan. But if you look at my letterbox, I still give it 5 stars because I'm a shill. But like I still like really enjoyed it. Like the Fantastic Four are characters that I love, and I think this is the best interpretation of them that we've seen so far. But there's a lot of things that are like just a problem with Marvel that we've gotten into. That I'm just like, it kind of just like loses points in that. As far as like on a movie side, it's like the pacing's a little weird, which is kind of funny because they cut out a lot of stuff like that we saw like glimpses of in the trailers, or they teased about, but then they just ended up getting cut. And it's like the pacing was kind of already off. Like you might as well have just made it a little bit longer if things made a little bit more sense. You know what I mean? I'm like, why even like I don't know. Like if people are going to a superhero movie, I feel like they're kind of not necessarily okay with, but they're like expecting it to be a little longer. Like just kind of commit. I don't know.
I would think I think if a superhero movie is like 220, I'd probably be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, right. I think I want to say
movies nowadays.
Right. I want to say this one came in like just under 2 hours.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, why not just throw in an extra half an hour of shit? Let me see. Yeah, hour 55. So it's like, come on, give us a little bit more. But no, so like they have a retro futuristic aesthetic. Have you seen anything of the movie, like trailers or anything?
I've seen the trailers. Yeah.
So like they have that retro future vibe, which is really cool. So I'll start off like this.
Kind of incredible to see.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. I'll start off with all like the pros on why I think it's really good. So again, it's the best like portrayal that we've seen of the Marvel's first family. And like everyone has a lot more character than they ever really did in past adaptations. Like they all kind of end up becoming very like one-dimensional in the previous takes, where it's like Mr. Fantastic is super smart and Johnny's really stupid, but he's hot. You'll get it. And then the Thing is really strong and like a tough guy. And then the Invisible Woman is a woman. Because like if you watch the old ones from like the early 2000s, they're really bad about like sexualizing her, and that's why those movies kind of suck, among other reasons. But here she actually
Jennifer Lawrence, right?
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba.
And then they remade it, and it was What's her name? Rooney Mara?
Do you remember some conversation, I think it was with Eduardo, where we were like, your favorite white women? Jessica Alba's not white, but like,
oh, yeah, he did bring her up, didn't he?
I honestly might have, I don't know, but I know Jennifer Garner.
I remember she did come up. Kate Mara. I said Rooney Mara. Kate Mara was the sister. But yeah, no, I do remember her coming up when we were talking about white women, and I was like, I don't think she's white. But she was a huge celebrity crush for me because of those movies when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, she is pretty gorgeous.
Anywho, but so this movie does a good job of like making them a little bit more deeper as characters, and like also kind of like the idea of them being that little family has never really been a thing other than like they're just kind of like saying like, oh yeah, this is a family, but they don't really do much to characterize them in a way that shows that, aside from obviously like Reed and Sue are lovers, and then Sue and Johnny are brothers or siblings. Besides that, like that's obviously very base level. So it does a good job of all of that. And then the retrofuturism, like it does a good job of standing out, because I think a lot of people's problem with Marvel movies is that they become very the same. And so it being separated from the lore, like it's its own universe, its own little world, helps with that. Plus it's like, it's actually is unique enough to be like, oh, it's the 60s, but it's like a futuristic 60s and all this cool stuff. One thing that they do that I always wanted a superhero movie to do, and they never really do that well, or at least I haven't seen it in a while, is like, for example, the Avengers. It's like they don't really like, we don't see any mention of them like doing Avenger stuff outside of the movies. It's like if you look at like the first 4 Avengers movies, like they fight Loki and then they fight Ultron and then Thanos, and like nobody in between. But in this one, it's like they have like a little montage of all these like little villains that they beat. I'm like, that's cool. I like that.
Girls.
Yeah, exactly. It's I like that, because especially because so many of these characters have such a good like rogues gallery, but like you're not gonna make a whole fucking movie out of all of them, because some of them are kind of like whatever. So it's like, yeah, build a world where it's like, oh, they are actually our heroes who are constantly doing this, and it does a good job of that. What else? I don't know. It has a lot of heart. The only thing is like I didn't cry, which is pretty big for me because I cry pretty easily. But it didn't get me. They tried to fake me out a little bit, or they tried to fake the audience out, being like, "This is a sad moment," but I knew.
Do you think like I know you watched it like Thursday night, right when you guys arrived to California. Do you think if you watched it at like a different time, you would have cried?
Honestly, maybe. I do want to watch it again just to watch it again, because I still did like it. But I think there's a good chance I might. I just feel like I'm just thinking about like the scenes that happen that might kind of emotionally trigger you. It's like not that this is the case for because there are plenty of movies where I'll rewatch and I'll still cry, but these are kind of scenes where it's like, oh well, like I know what happened, so it's not really that emotional. Which again is not the case for every like emotional scene. And now as far as like cons, like I said, the pacing's a little off. Reed, this is like a nerd thing, but Mr. Fantastic really does not use his powers. Boy does not stretch that much. Very sad. He doesn't.
Is that Pedro Pascal?
Pedro Pascal. Okay. Mr. Pascal. He doesn't stretch that much, which is like, I don't know. I don't really know why. I just think they needed to. I think they needed to like nerf him to kind of make the story kind of happen. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I liked it. It's just like Superman was better. Superman was better about like being unique and like being a lot more like itself, like having a much stronger identity, I guess is a good way to put it. And Fantastic Four did not. But I don't know. I think it's hard for Marvel movies with me, because I am very much like, when I watch it the first time, I'm like, hell yeah. Unless it's really bad. I'm like, and then I'm like, it's okay. But like if I even a little bit like it, I'm like, this is fire. So yeah, I'll probably rewatch it at some point, and then
maybe the 5 stars.
What's that? That's the 5 stars. Whereas like honestly, if I'm being legit, it's probably 4.5. Maybe like 4.5. I don't know. Yeah. I will say though, this is not related to the movie at all, but it is a nitpick that I wanted that I have to mention. Not about movies, but about the audience, believe it or not. And I felt this way for Superman, but the fact that it happened twice this month really makes me want to. And now I have to break my silence. So there's 2 post-credit scenes, which is pretty common nowadays, obviously. The first one does tease the next movie. It teases a character. I don't want to spoil, but you can probably guess. And it's like, that's enough for me. Like, I don't need to, that's whatever. It shows you the character. Cool, awesome. And then the credits keep happening. And the very final one this is not really much of a spoiler, so I'm just going to say it. But if you don't want to know, then skip like 10 seconds. There's in the movie, there's lore that they have a TV show. Like, the superheroes are famous enough. They have a little cartoon for kids. Mm-hmm. And so the last credit scene, you stay after all the credits, and it's like a little animated intro of like a kids cartoon of the Fantastic Four. And that's fun and it's cute and I liked it, right? But then everyone in the theater is like groaning. They're like, oh, that's it? Like, I waited this long for that? And it's like, you already got a tease for the next movie. Like, first of all, be happy with that. But then, like, Superman did the same thing where, like, it had 2 post-credit scenes and none of them were setting up anything. Well, like, one of them was just a cute shot of Superman and his dog on the moon, like, looking at the Earth. Mm-hmm. And then the very last one was just, like, a scene that was cut from the movie that was, like, a joke. Mm-hmm. It was a funny scene. And, like, that's fine. You should just be okay with that and walk away. You watched a good movie, man. But then, even with Superman, people were, like, yelling. Not yelling. People were, like, loudly in the theater being, like, oh, like, what the hell? Like, that's it? And it's, like, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely, like, it's just a problem that they've been doing it with, like, Marvel and DC and stuff, where it's, like, the post-credit scenes are, like, either a scene from the next movie or they're setting up the next movie, and it just leads people to expect this thing, and that when they don't get it, it's, like, yeah. But it's just kind of annoying where it's just, like, just let it be a little thing and be funny and cute.
Yeah.
Because also not everyone's going to stay.
I don't think I'd be, like, groaning about it, but I do think it's kind of Marvel's own doing.
For sure.
Trying to set that up, and then everyone, like, because I feel like when they first started doing that, like, I just remember in high school everyone being like, "You have to stay all the way until the end, until the fucking end."
Yeah.
And so, like, if anything, maybe they should have switched the 2 clips, like, had
right.
the animated short, and then later have that payoff at the end, but. Because they kept going, like, people are expecting, like, okay, it's gonna be something else, like,
yeah,
I don't know. So, like, I get it. I don't think it's that serious. Like, you don't be like growing about it.
Yeah,
like,
it's not that serious, and people need to lighten up about it.
I think people would be mad because they're like, well, I'm gonna stay. Like, in case it mattered, I'm gonna stay.
Right.
But now that I have it, like, it's not worth it.
I just think it's good that they're. I mean, I don't know if I'm trying to think of the other movies if they were like leading up and stuff. I think Thunderbolts did. I don't know, but if they're like just generally trying to go away from it a little bit, then I think it's a good thing. Just like let it be a little cute little thing.
Yeah.
And
but then they should probably like tell movie theaters like, oh, turn the lights on, like immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like when the credits are going and the lights are still off, I'm
like, there's somebody waiting for me. But yeah, so that's what I have to say about that. I'll probably watch it again and we'll see. But yeah. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, Oh Hi was the movie I watched. And I watched that today, which was very funny. I was in the mood to watch a movie, and there was 3 that I was choosing from. I wanted to watch either Oh Hi, Sorry Baby. Are you familiar?
No.
Or Eddington. Are you familiar?
No.
Okay. So, and truthfully, I didn't really know much about any of the 3. I just like there's just a kind of a vibe that I go when I pick movies. Like Eddington is A24, so I was probably gonna go watch it anyway. Oh Hi was like a cute little indie like rom-com, or not rom-com. I guess it was kind of advertised like that a little bit.
My Letterboxd review said dark com light rom.
Right, yeah. Yeah, dark com light rom, as in Amelia's words. It was definitely that. So I just knew that much. And then Sorry Baby, I just knew it was a very heartwarming movie. And so I was trying to pick, and then I was like, what am I in the mood to watch? And I was like, Eddington's like almost 3 hours, so I'm not gonna watch that. And then both Sorry Baby and Oh Hi had a showing at 1:45. And I was like, okay, so I know Oh Hi is funny, and then I know Sorry Baby is like a really endearing, wholesome, heartwarming thing, which, hey, love that. I love those movies too, but I was like, I'm kind of in the mood to laugh. Mm-hmm. So I bought a ticket to Oh Hi, and then when the time came, I got ready, and then I went to the theater. And I'm sitting in line for the concession, trying to get me a popcorn and a drink. And then my partner texted me because they had just woken up, and they were like, good morning, whatever. And I was like, I'm at the theaters, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh, what movie are you going to go see? And then for some reason, I decided to check, and then I bought the wrong ticket. It was for Sorry Baby. And I was like, and I just texted them, and I was like, I guess I'm seeing Sorry Baby. But then I was like, but I got there early, because I always get there early. So I was like, well, it's the same time, so let me just see if I can just change the tickets. And so part of me was like, I already passed the little thing we have to scan to get in. I was like, so maybe it's too late, and maybe it's just, because ultimately the reason I picked Oh Hi was because you had recommended Oh Hi forever ago. Yeah. Because, not forever ago, forever ago. God, I can't keep up. But yeah, when you text me, you're like, oh yeah, highly recommend. So I was like, okay, then we'll be able to talk about it later today.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just go watch that. So then I was like, maybe I just tell the funny story that I didn't end up going to see Ojai. But I was like, no, I want to laugh. I was like, I don't want to watch a wholesome movie right now. So then I went back and I was like, yeah, okay. And so thankfully it all turned out well. And I sat in G6, Fly Like a G6, and I was alone until like right when the movie started. And then these two women walked in and they sat like 2 rows in front of me. So it was us three against the world in this movie.
Yeah, there was only one other couple. We went at like 7:30 or something like that on Sunday night, and this like it wasn't a Harkins, it was a Regal theater.
Oh, we have those here.
Gilbert, yeah. Oh, actually, I was gonna say, I saw in the trailer, Fantastic Four First Steps Regal Theater. They're selling. It kind of looks like a bit of a large car.
Oh yeah, the car. Yeah. I've seen that.
So
I would like that. That's good to know.
And it's
that is good to know.
Smack dab in the middle. It's actually kind of funny. There's like a church there. It's Christ Church, and then they also have a school. They have a university, but like it's like one of those like tiny ones, and a coffee shop.
Wow!
And it's just like this little
perfect
like,
little city.
Yeah, but it's just like in the corner of this marketplace that also has Mythical Coffee. If you guys live in the East Valley, go to Mythical Coffee. It is so yummy. Oh, and also right across from it is Great Gatsby Bakery, and that place is delicious. I love their sausage rolls.
Sounds cool.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's where we went. And there was only one other couple.
That's crazy.
And it was a tiny, tiny little theater.
That's fun. Yeah, this one was really tiny. It was like the ones with like 3 rows, and then like all the ones in front of the handicap.
Yeah.
Like 3 more rows.
I'm really hoping this movie like takes off though, because I thought it was so funny.
I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So like I said, I didn't know much about this movie other than the cast, which I liked. I like Molly Gordon. I like Geraldine. I'm blanking on her last name. I know it's a long one.
Oh, she's a friend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Logan Lerman. So I knew them, and I was like, cool. I like that. That sounds good to me. And then like I watched a quick trailer before, and then I think I saw like a meme about it, a clip of him. I guess spoilers if you don't know, whatever. I saw like a clip or a photo of Logan Lerman tied to the bed.
Oh, I think people definitely know that because when I went to go see the movie, I had not heard of it, but I told my sister, and she was like, oh yeah, they like go on like a little weekend trip and then she ties into the bed, like whatever.
Yeah, because that's all I knew about it, and I was like, oh, maybe I got spoiled, but it's just straight up in the trailer or whatever. Yeah. So, anyways, so I just watched like half the trailer, and I was like, yeah, it looks funny. Or no, that's not true. Actually, I was like, it looks fun. It looks funny, but I'm not like laughing at the trailer. So I was like, I'm hoping the movie is actually funnier, and it was. There was a lot of good laughs coming from me. I always like when a movie is like, and you see it more with these little like indie flicks, but I like it when it sets in one location. It's always, I mean, obviously they go like kind of other places, but like the most of the movie is just in this one little house, and it's very cool to see like an actual story take place in that, and like with that limitation.
I feel like most of that budget just had to be paying for those actors,
paying for the Airbnb and the actors. I will say I get that she calls it Ojai at the beginning. Don't know why the movie's called Ojai, aside from the pun. I think it's just a pun. I thought it was going to come into play in the movie, and it never did. So that left me a little dissatisfied. But I loved it a lot. My only complaint, which I'm just going to get out of the way so we can just talk about the movie, is that I feel like they were going pretty hard with like the whole like, I don't know if commentary is the right word, but they're talking about like modern dating. And then once he gets tied up and everything, like the whole movie just kind of becomes antics. And then at the very end, they kind of get genuine again. So I wish there was a little bit more genuineness throughout all of it. But oh hi. But other than that, oh hi. Whoa, hi. But other than that, it was very fun.
Cutie. Yeah, like as soon as we left the theater, Shorty was like, "Oh yeah, they really like called out modern dating," because I was like on the apps like a little bit, but the way I described it to her was I think I've only been on the apps like twice, and both times I was probably on for like 2 weeks and was like kind of obsessed with it,
right?
And like swiping and everything, and just always checking or like updating my profile. And then it was just like, okay, well, now I feel like I've exhausted all my options and I'm kind of over it now, and so I just delete it. And she said, but I think she said that like, oh, everyone goes through that phase, but then afterwards is where you get to the point where you're like checking like just a couple, like, every once in a while, like a more normal amount. So anyways, she's had more experience with like the dating apps than I have. And so she kind of knew, I think she has more experience with like modern dating in that sense as well than I do. But yeah, she was immediately like, damn, called out.
Yeah, like I guess in all honesty, like I don't have that much experience either. I just feel like it was a little bit more clear, and maybe the whole thing still is, and I just wasn't picking up on it or whatever. It feels like one could argue that the whole thing of him being trapped could be an allegory. Don't know if the movie was thinking that deep. But yeah, like I don't know. They're talking a lot about like the intimacy of it and stuff, and then when it pivots and he's like, oh, I don't want anything serious, and like even then a little bit is still talking about like how she's like, well, why would you be doing all these things, like this is boyfriend stuff and all that, and it's all like very funny, but at the same time it's still saying something, and then it just becomes like, oh, now we're being funny, which is like, hey, it's fine. It was funny. I was laughing. Yeah. So I don't mind the sidetrack. I just like, that's just my thing where it's like, and then at the very end it just feels a little bit like sudden where he's just like when he's chilling with his broken ankle, and then they have like the whole genuine talk, which it was nice, and it was a nice little conclusion, but felt out of left field after he was kidnapped.
I guess I see that, but I think that's fine. Honestly, to me, I wasn't too mad about that. Like, I don't think I would have wanted it to be genuineness all the way through, because I like, honestly, for me, like, I think when I was cracking up the most was when her friends showed up, because I just thought they were really funny.
The Kenny guy was really funny.
Yeah, and so I was not the only one like laughing out loud in that theater the first time I saw it. But yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know David Cross was in it. It was a David Cross jump scare when he showed up.
Jump scare. Yeah. I like a man.
no, I do love David Cross. It's just I thought it was just an old man for a second, and then you cut like to his front, and you see his face. I'm like, holy shit! Yeah. And then I hear his voice.
No,
that's funny.
Yeah, he's in there a couple times. But yeah, no, I definitely liked it, and then, no, I mean, I loved it, and like I thought it was really funny, and like I think it's. I will say this though, like I know that Logan Lerman has been in like other things, and I know he wasn't like a child when he was in Percy Jackson. Although, well, okay, maybe he was. I don't know. He was pretty young. I know he was in Bullet Train, but he had like a pretty small part. Honestly, what I'm trying to say is I was 18. Pleasantly surprised how good of an actor he was in the movie. Like I thought he was really good.
Yeah, I haven't really ever seen anything. The only movie that I can say that I've seen him in that really would like utilize his range to prove that he's an actor would be Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I think he's a good actor.
So long ago. Like,
yeah.
So.
But he was 18 in Percy Jackson, BTW, and 20 in Perks.
Is that the math right now? Or?
Yeah, he was born in 1992, and so it just shows right here that Percy Jackson was 2010. Okay. So 8 plus 10. There we go. Pretty simple math, TBH. But yeah, no, I know he was in Fury, but I haven't watched it in forever. I don't remember how he does. But it's an army movie where he's in.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he did do really good. And then Molly Gordon, I'd only ever seen her in The Bear, which she has a small role.
I've seen her in a good amount of things. So she's in Booksmart. She's in Theater Camp.
Oh yes, I have seen Theater Camp.
And then she's in Shiva Baby. Which is kind of similar to this one in that like it's comedic, but it's also has like maybe some serious stuff in it, and it takes place in one location. And also it's I don't even think it's an hour and a half, Shiva Baby. I'm pretty sure it's shorter than that. I think it's like an hour 20 or something.
Yeah, hour 18.
There we go.
I love having a Mac
pretty good movie. I'm also a Rachel Sennett fan, obviously.
Big Rachel Sennett head. Big Rachel Sennett head. Oh, it's on Netflix. Cool. But yeah, no, I off the top of my head, I only seen her in.
Oh my god! Eeudge's freaking out.
What is she freaking out? Oh, over the fish.
I was doing this, and her head was going. Oh my god! Look at her.
She loves that fish.
Okay, I'll wind it down for you. Oh well, there we go.
And she got it.
But yeah, no, I really liked Ojai, and so did my shorty. Although there was a point where she said, I had asked her, I was like, oh, if you. Not me, but if someone, kind of did what she did, and then
I was gonna ask you
she's like you were locked up for fun time reasons, and then, what is it? She had like said you guys got mad, and then someone had said to you like, okay, I mean like I can let you go, but like I guess I'll just have to stab you, like blah blah blah, in that way. And, like, would you have done what he did, where he was like genuinely scared for his life? And she was like, "Oh yeah, totally." Like, I think at that point, like I was like thinking to myself, like, I'm not even enjoying the movie. I'm just scared. And I was like, "You're scared?" But yeah.
Yeah, I will say when her review was said like this was weird or something, this
Bizarre.
was bizarre, and I was expecting it to be weirder. Not that it wasn't weird at all, but like
Yeah, I think maybe she just has like a low threshold. Sorry. Anyways.
no, I was gonna say I thought you were gonna ask like would you if like let's say that happened to me, I was in Molly Gordon, I was in Iris's shoes, and everything was the same, and then I called you about the situation. Would you also suggest me killing him and burying him in the witchery and stuff? That's what I thought you were gonna go with it. You're gonna ask Karine if she would help you with that. Or your shorty.
I think so. None of my cousins are witches,
Unfortunately.
And so.
Do you have any witch friends?
Do you need any help, Alita?
No, she likes it. She likes playing with it. She likes playing with it on her
claw. I
claw.
don't know if it's stuck. But anyway, so okay. If that happened, I think I would probably like my immediately gut thought right now, because I didn't think about it in this way, but my immediate gut thought was like some sort of like mutual blackmail, like we have to get him to commit a crime in some way, get footage of it, and then be like, okay, so now you cannot go to the cops,
right?
And that would obviously backfire if he actually did go to the cops, but
because then that's extortion or something.
Yeah, but that's a problem for later me. I don't know. Yeah, I would think like I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't know either. If somebody called me and that was the case, I think I would be. Listen, I like to think that I'm a day one and a good friend, but I would be so scared. A good friend, and but I would be so scared if I became an accomplice in a crime. I don't know what I would do.
They really took it on the chin, you know.
Yeah.
No, I think like he seemed like pretty sympathetic your whole time of like, okay, like no, I was into you, like I am into you, like you know, but like blah blah blah, like.
Also, like I don't know if this is me, but when I was reading reviews on Letterboxd, like a lot of people were really saying that like Logan Lerman's character like really sucked.
I saw that too,
and I was like, I get why she's upset, and I get why he's upset about the kidnapping, but I don't know if I would say either of them really like suck.
No, I don't.
I mean, obviously she committed a crime, but I don't know if I would say that they suck as characters.
I think that's just probably people who have been burned by men like
yeah,
which I don't think either of us have been. So yeah, maybe we're just more sympathetic. I always joke that my shorty is a men's rights activist, because she is, and so like she definitely felt sympathetic towards him, but. Yeah, I would say like the reason for their confusion in terms of the whole like unprotected sex thing, like that felt very realistic. Like I can totally see that being a problem. Right. I do think he was in the wrong because like I think if and this is something I talked about with Shorty, I was like, because she said before of like, oh, like, well, no one ever like goes into, you know, a connection with someone knowing it's gonna like she thinks it's always casual at first, right? And
your shorty said
my shorty said that. And like because like it's not like you know immediately like you have like a like getting married. Like obviously some people have like those whirlwind things going on. But I think she like whatever anyways. But I said I was like, okay, like it's fine if he doesn't want a relationship and if he keeps dating, but then I think if you know for certain I do not want a relationship, there's no way anyone can convince me, then that's where you have to come in and tell someone right away. But if you're like, oh, like I'm not really a relationship guy, I don't like I'm open to it, like never say never, but like, you know, it's not something that I'm explicitly looking for, then maybe you don't have to make that like a conversation right in the beginning. I get that can be kind of a mood killer. But like the fact that he was like, no, like I'm not doing it. Like, you know, I think then he was definitely in the wrong, especially taking it like as far as they did. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think like he was in the wrong, kind of like what he says at the end of the movie, where he was like, or she was like, I just wish you would have said something sooner or whatever. And he was like, yeah, that is my bad. Like I do agree with that. Like I don't think by any means either of them are perfect people, but I also don't think by either means any of them are like bad people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do agree that he is well within his right to like not want a relationship, whatever. But he was not in his right to just not disclose that, and in her mind, you know, like lead her on and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think like I would be surprised if she was the only girl who felt misled, like in his past, you know. Because he's talking about like, oh, like it sucks, like you go on like 3 dates with a girl, and then you have to like break up with her, and it's like, whoa, okay, all right. I don't know. I think to that just sounds like really like non-confrontational. Which then also it kind of like clashes with this character of where he immediately shut it down when she was like, oh, like our first trip as a couple. That was interesting. Don't know why he chose that time to bring that up. But okay. I don't know. I think like at least now we can all confidently say going forward, he will be more explicit about his wants and needs.
In Ojai too, he will be he'll be a little bit more vocal about it.
Oh, you see me too.
Oh, hello again. Oh, you see me too. That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was very funny. You were right.
Yes.
Like I said, the trailer was a little bit like I was like, I'm not LOLing, I'm not raffling at this trailer, but the movie was a lot better.
I'm hoping I never watched the trailer because it was just like
yeah. So when you watched it when your cousin, that was just you were totally blind besides the cast. Or?
My sister told me, she was like, oh, I saw the trailer for this. They go on like a weekend trip. He tells her they don't want anything serious, and she ends up like chaining him to the bed, and like. Yeah, and I think that's all she told me, and I was like, okay. And I think that's probably all you need to know. Like, yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't say, it's a little, you can go really far into the movie and like tell a lot of the movie without giving spoilers. Like really up until like the very end of like, okay, well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But anyways, so I'm hoping that people are like, you know, the Zoomers are gonna see, oh shit, Molly Gordon and Logan Lerman sign me the fuck up.
That Geraldine, I'm gonna try to say her name. Viswanathan.
Yeah, where do you know her from?
I know her. She was in Thunderbolts earlier this year.
Okay.
And then she was also in a show that I like called Miracle Workers. You familiar? No. That's where I knew her from. I know she was in Drive Away Dolls, which I think you watched.
Oh shit! I watched that, didn't like it. Me and Shorty did not like it, but not they're no fault of hers. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I only know her from Thunderbolts and Miracle Workers, and I'm pretty sure she's gotten some traction on the old TikTok.
No
just
way.
By being popular, yeah. Which I'm trying to remember in Thunderbolts if she had an accent, but I was very shocked at her accent in this. I was like, whoa.
Kareem was like, Shorty, it really doesn't matter. I promise. Don't even bother.
Okay.
But Shorty was like, oh, like, I felt like she was American, and then all of a sudden she would say something really British, and I was like, well, I think like maybe it's possible that she like.
She's actually somewhere in the middle because apparently she's Australian.
She's Australian?
Yeah, she's Australian.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I forgot those existed.
They got her.
The Outback.
That's great.
I will say so far this year, I think.
Year?
Was it?
Is this her year?
This is her year. After this and Thunderbolts. No, I was gonna say I've watched 3 movies this year that could be classified, I think, as pure like comedies. Mm-hmm. And it's I liked it better. I think you watched One of Them Days.
I did.
I like it better than One of Them Days.
Oh my god, did that come out in January?
Not like February.
It feels like it's been so long.
Definitely this year. I think like February. Let me look it up. I love having a MacBook in front of me. I just rebooted this thing because it just like has not worked very well for the last few years because it's been so old.
You were working on that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now it's like running faster, but the battery is really like it dies pretty quick.
Oh.
So I need to go get it serviced. But for now, it functions. Yeah, January 17th, 2025. One of them days came out.
It feels like so long ago.
Yeah, I really like One of Them Days too, but I think this one was funnier. I like this one more.
Really?
I think so.
I think I could watch. I think One of Them Days, especially since my shorty likes it too. Like it's one that we kind of just throw on now.
One of Them Days.
Like yeah,
oh,
like if
cool.
we're like, oh, we just got home from the bar, we want something to fall asleep to. It's gonna be One of Them Days or Bottoms. It's kind of in there now. And I don't really see this having that same impact. But
I was gonna say the opposite because One of Them Days so much happens that I can't really. It doesn't really feel like a background movie for me.
Oh, interesting.
But Oh Hi is it's like the whole one location thing or whatever. I think One of Them Days was funnier, but I feel like as a whole, like as far as like the storytelling and stuff, like I think One of Them Days kind of loses points with me when like I don't know. I'm not a freaking expert on this stuff, but just from what it seems like natural and stuff, like when they were raising up, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but if they were like raising up all the money for it, then they like lose it all again immediately, and so they kind of like to start over a little again, even though it resolves pretty quickly. Still, I was like, that just kind of frustrated me.
It bummed you out.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, what the freak?
I mean, I will say I was pretty pissed at SZA by the end of it. She really needed to be the one to pull it together.
Yeah.
At the end, because. Otherwise, I would have been like, "Wow, you are a shitty person." SZA's character.
I think that's also another thing where like I was really frustrated with SZA. I'm like, I think, and this is not even talking about good or bad. This is just me talking about like you're saying like just putting it on whenever like kind of like a repeat movie. I could imagine Oh Hi being better for that because I feel like I'm not on an emotional roller coaster like I was on One of Them Days where it's like again constantly things are happening. I'm pissed at SZA and I'm laughing and then blah 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 back and forth. Will High is just a little bit more. The third one that
that soundtrack though.
One of Them Days.
Yeah. No, Oh Hi.
Oh yeah, Claro. There's a Claro in there.
Yeah.
They both had good soundtracks. The other one that the third one that I watched was Friendship, which was a comedy, but it was definitely a much weirder movie. It's very Tim Robinson. If you like his stuff, if you like his sketches, like on I Think You Should Leave, it's literally like an hour and a half long, hour 41 long sketch, which is not everyone's cup of tea. I know, like my partner didn't love it. I did. It was number 3 on my list for the year until recently.
Yeah, I think I've only seen 2 Tim Robinson sketches. One was The Drive-Thru, obviously.
Classic.
And then the other one was where he's on like some sort of ghost tour and he's actually and I can't remember like in what context I saw that clip, but I was like, okay.
He's so fun. That show I've rewatched so many times. He's so fucking funny to me.
Oh, is that ghost little cocksucker?
Yeah.
Something weird.
Do you ever have a ghost just blow a big cum shot or something like that? Yeah, he's fucking funny. There's so many like just bits that I'll just quote to myself and to my partner. They do like the show, but they just weren't up with the movie. And it's almost like a bit of psychological horror in that movie, to an element of it.
The thing is, when I first saw the trailer, I think it came either right before or right after Together, or I think that's the name of the movie, the one with
Dave Franco and Alison Brie.
Yes,
that comes out this weekend, I think. No, it does. It comes out tomorrow.
Probably.
I really want to watch it.
I don't like body horror.
I don't either.
Well, then why do you want to watch?
Because it looks interesting. I do not like body horror either. I tried watching the Alien movies last year in preparation for Alien Romulus. There's a lot of it in that, and I don't like it.
That's the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's even the trailer. Like, oh my gosh, they got some weird shit going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's the kind of horror that funny enough, it's like my least favorite, but also like the only horror that I can enjoy because like. I don't like that sounds weird, but like when I watch a horror movie, they're not like my go-tos at all. I don't like the horror movies that are just like jump scares and stuff. I like the things that are like conceptually a little scarier. I've had my glasses off this whole episode. They're right here. they're like conceptually a little bit scary or like creepy or whatever. Like I would rather the scares not come from just jumps and loud noises and stuff. And this looks like a movie that's not going to do that to me. And a lot of the times the movies that are like that kind of lean towards body horror because it's just like we're going to show you a really gross thing. Yeah. I will say I love the Evil Dead movies, and I think many could argue those are body horror, but it's a lot more like gore-y, but not even like one of the more gore. There's a lot of blood, but like the actual gore is not that bad. I don't know. It's weird. I'm excited though.
I forgot another movie that I saw was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I think like you can't have too high expectations, too low of expectations for I Know What You Did Last Summer. The like third time they're remaking it. But I liked it. I like watching hot people do dumb shit, and so I like the movie.
That's what they do best.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, did not see the end coming. So, if any of you did, and you think that,
leave a comment down below.
Oh, it was so obvious. Congrats. Okay, because I didn't see it.
Good for fucking you.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I don't know. And they did an after credit scene, and it made absolutely zero sense to me.
Are they making a sequel?
Apparently. But
I don't remember what it was, but I think Jacob. Damn, Jacob, we keep talking about your ass. I think Jacob was like, "Do you know what the name of the sequel is?" And I said no. And then he said it, and I was like, "That's stupid."
I know what you're doing next summer.
I know what you're gonna do next summer.
The sequel is I still know what you did last summer. Yeah.
And I was like, I said that's stupid, but it's like, I mean, that's what else are you gonna call it? I guess. I know what you did last summer. I know what you did last summer.
No, you saw me last summer.
Now you see me last summer. Now you see what I did last summer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say we've talked about movies we watched. Are there any movies that you have your eye on that are coming out?
I don't think so.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. You know me. You know I don't keep up. Gotta keep up.
I guess so. I will say I am looking forward to Together. The Naked Gun comes out this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm really excited for.
That looked like maybe it'd be funny, and also I saw something about an interrogation room, so I'm like, is this a mystery?
I think they're detective movies. That's the whole thing, aren't they?
I don't know.
I've only watched one from like one of the OG ones that Jacob showed me because he really loves those movies.
Oh, see, I had no idea that this was like
a remake. Yeah, no, it's a classic series, and it's a very specific brand of humor that we haven't seen in a while. I feel like, at least I haven't seen in a while. So I'm excited for it. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so that comes out this weekend. I'm excited to watch that. Together, I do want to see. I just saw. I guess it wasn't that good. I just saw a trailer today when I went to watch Oh Hi. That I was like, oh, I'm excited for that. I remember the date, but I forgot what it was.
I'm trying to think of what trailers I saw when I saw it the second time, but I truly don't remember.
August 22. I remember Honey Don't by one of the Coens. That looks cool. It's got Margaret Qualley and Charlie Day, Chris Evans, and somebody else. I don't know. That looks cool. I just love movies, man. Oh, and then the other movies that I was gonna watch. The other one that I didn't talk about was Eddington, which is an A24 movie, and it has Pedro Pascal again and what's his face, Joaquin Phoenix. And it's all I know about it is it's giving like modern day Western vibes, and it takes place in 2020, like during the height of the pandemic. Wow. And it's like a 2.5 hours long. The director is like pretty loved. It's Ari Aster. Have you ever seen any of his stuff?
I think I have. I just couldn't name anything.
I haven't seen his movies. I really want to though, but they all are kind of not. I don't know. Okay, so the first two are definitely horrors. Hereditary and Midsommar are his big ones.
Okay, I have seen Hereditary, and I've basically seen Midsommar.
Okay. And then they did Beau is Afraid 2 years ago. I don't know if that's really horror, but it definitely seems like psychological, like trippy, whatever. So I don't know what Eddington's gonna be like. So, but I mean, it seems pretty because I remember seeing the trailer for this one when it came out. Like I wasn't really in the know for the Midsommar and Hereditary, but I remember when the trailer for Beau is Afraid I was like, okay, it is very trippy. This one doesn't seem that way, so I don't know if he's still gonna make it trippy. It seems pretty grounded.
Yeah, and I
don't know.
have seen The Strange Thing About the Johnsons.
Oh, right. I know of it, and I don't think I ever shall watch it. Maybe I will. I don't know. Who's to say? What are your thoughts?
About The Strange Thing About the Johnsons?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay.
I said, all right.
I don't think I was a Gen Zer on the internet that was like watching. Like, I've never seen like fucking like Two Girls One Cup or anything like really really outlandish. Lemon Party, whatever. Or I remember like the McChicken thing. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
I think
the only one
something about like someone fucking McChicken. I don't know. I remember it was the thing when we were
I would too. Have you seen the way those taste?
I remember it was the thing when we were in high school, and I remember my redacted.
Shut up, redacted.
Yeah, redacted. Like would talk about it. Like she like mentioned it sometimes.
I don't know what that is, but I don't think I ever watched Two Girls One Cup. I know what it is, and I never watched it. There was Lemon Party. Also, I know what it is. Never saw it. I think the only one that I fell for was Blue Waffles.
Oh, see, I don't even know what that is. Yeah.
And I don't remember what it was. But I remember it was gross.
Yeah. I don't know.
But is that one of those? Because I did see that it was 2011. I know it's like an internet thing.
The strange thing about the Johnsons is not like gory or like that, but it is in that sort of sexual realm. Not that you see anything, but like you get it.
Yeah.
And I think it is just like one of those like really shock value things that young people see, and I don't know. I think like sure I was shocked where I was like, oh, okay, but I'm not like haunted.
Right.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, I for the most part really enjoy A24 films. Even though like I feel like for a while they had like a specific vibe and now they're kind of branching out.
Yeah, for sure.
I still am liking all of it. No, I do need to.
You should watch it because
I want to watch that one and adults, like you were saying. You weren't saying that. Jacob was saying that. Yes, Jacob was telling me about adults. Fuck off, Jacob.
Wow, he is living in our heads today. I watched it like once when I was sick. Then like literally, it's really short to get through, overcompensating. And I remember I really liked it, but then I also thought like, oh, like, is this not as good as I think it is? Like, am I just like, is my bar for enjoying things just really low? I don't know. But then I ended up watching it again with Shorty, like over a period of time, like a couple days. And like, I think I liked it even more the second time. Like, I think I was like getting really, really into it.
Is that A24?
Yeah, it's A24.
Oh, nice.
And
what is it? Is it the one on Prime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So if you like A24 and you want to be in the A24 know, then you gotta watch that show.
You gotta be in the know to know. It definitely was a lot easier to keep up with their releases and movies because I feel like they've just gotten more popular, which thank God because they're really doing it. So yeah, I will say I since like I said in the last episode, I deleted I unsubscribed to all my subs.
Yeah.
So obviously I have until whenever they were gonna charge me to watch. So I think I might go into binging and watch what I can before it goes. I want to watch Death of a Unicorn because I think they just added that to HBO Max.
Yes, they did. I haven't seen it, but I was like,
I think I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Rudd? Whoa, Jenna Ortega?
I'm saying, and Will Poulter. So I think I'm gonna watch that when you leave.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, overcompensating. Like all the episodes are like half an hour, maybe 37 minutes.
I miss when TV shows.
8 episodes.
I miss when TV had 30.
So it's really just like watching like
two movies.
2 movies. Yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's fine. It screws.
Okay.
Unless you snapped it.
Anyway,
oh no, it screws.
Should we get into our segments?
Oh, we shall. It's time for. I was trying to think of something, but nothing. Okay. God bless this nest. Let's get into the this nest meter. All right. So, let's just start off right out the gate. I think a question that I don't think I know about you, so I have to ask it. Favorite animal?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Capybara. Otter is a good pick, though.
I
will say I'm a little bit out of the animal scene ever since I saw Curtis Corner. but after capybaras, like really,
animal drama.
Yeah, all the new animals that are coming out, I haven't been keeping up. But ever since like capybaras got really popular, like online and everything, like I was like, yeah, these guys are awesome. So
yeah.
I just love them ever since. They're really cute. They're funny looking. They have funny feet. And then there's a farm in Tucson with them.
No
I want to
way.
go visit. We should go when we go to Green
Go to
Tomatoes.
Sweet Tomatoes.
Sweet Tomatoes.
Sweet Tomatoes.
Yeah, when we go to Tomatoes, we'll stop at that farm.
We absolutely should. I cannot wait.
But I don't have much to say other than they're funny little guys. If this was Critic Corner days, I could have put up with the whole fact sheet and everything, but unfortunately not anymore. Tell me about otters, though. I love otters.
I love otters. I think they're adorable. I love their playful energy. I love how cuddly they are with each other. I love that they mate for life. I love that they hold hands when they fall asleep so they don't drift apart. I like you can see them. I like an aquarium that I definitely want to go to again, and I've been to twice, is the Monterey Bay Aquarium in Monterey Bay, California. And I really want to go there again, and you can see the otters there, and they're so fun. And then even the aquarium here, Odyssey, they have otters, and they're adorable.
Oh, do it! I don't know that.
For Valentine's Day, my shorty got me two otters, and it says "made for each otter."
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, but then I think sometimes I like to find like cute little like cartoon illustrations on Pinterest and like send them to her. And I think I sent her one recently that said like I'm so utterly in love with you or something like that. I love those little guys.
They're really cute. I want to say Gabe brought them to us one episode on Curtis Corner when he
shout out Gabe.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did.
And see, that's Gabe and me being like this.
Right, that's you and Gabe being like this. Mm-hmm. So at least somebody's being like this today.
Hey!
Okay, next one. Now this one's sweet. It's a little more specific. Yeah, favorite movie that we've seen together. Out of all the movies that we've seen together, I'm pretty sure I know your answer. I might need to roll to the Rolodex, but I think I know what it's gonna. I think we're gonna have the same answer. 3, 2, 1. Trolls 3.
Band together.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I will say, as technically, like if we're looking at all the movies individually,
that's like quality or something.
Well, because Transformers 1 we watched together.
Oh,
and that movie slaps ass in a good way. That's a good thing. Yes. But as far as like the experience of us going to watch it, Trolls 3 was the best. Trolls 3 was the best. So favorite movie experience together, yeah, Trolls 3. I mean, what hasn't been said about Trolls 3 been together? Have you actually talked about that on the show already? Or yet?
That like we love Trolls.
Or I love Trolls. You love Trolls.
Probably. I don't know. It's now that I'm into podcasts, I'm like, yeah. How do people who have podcasts remember anything that they talk about? Dude,
I'm honestly looking at this third question and I'm like, I feel like I've already asked this, and I've only had to do this like 7 times.
Yeah, it's just not, this is just bestie time.
And I think right. And I think most people will repeat themselves on podcasts anyway. But Trolls 3 is pretty great, and you freaking adore Trolls. I
love Trolls. Love it. All 3 Trolls. Although I've said this before, I think I have not watched Trolls 2 not under the influence. But it's still good. It's a good movie. Trolls 3, I think anyone could say that is the strongest one out of the 3, but I think all 3 are good, and I need a 4.
Surely they're gonna make a 4.
After the wild success of Trolls 3 band together, they have to make a 4.
After Trolls 3 band together, I don't know if I doubt they're gonna bring back Brozone. I mean, they have. They're kind of already integrated. I mean, like, because that's okay, sure, yeah, well, yeah, whatever that was. I mean, because aren't some of the members like a little famous? Like maybe they can't afford them for the second movie.
I think they're all a little famous. They have Anderson Paak in there. They've got
Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake are the main
Anna
ones.
Kendrick,
it's gonna ruin the tour.
Justin Timberlake, Anderson Paak. They had
James Corden.
Daveed Diggs. That's his name, right?
Daveed Diggs, yeah.
Daveed Diggs. They had freaking Frank Ocean, right?
No, Kid Cudi.
Kid
Cudi, Troye Sivan, Eric Andre.
They're all
famous. Okay, yeah. Sure. Let's make a Trolls 4.
I think I was gonna mention this when you were talking about Smurfs being bad. I think celebrities, it's not that hard to get a stacked cast animated movie because it's kind of a cash cow for them. I think they, voice actors obviously like real dedicated voice actors definitely put in a lot of work, and they have they put their own spin on things. But when celebrities are just doing their own voice, I'll just say it, probably not as challenging to them as being on screen
Yeah.
and acting.
There is a lot to say about like I feel like we just are not casting voice actors as much anymore, unless it's for smaller projects. But it is unfortunate because you do kind of lose
for sure.
You do kind of lose the art of people actually having voices and actually being a voice actor.
Yeah, but also
there are some actors like celebrities who do good voice acting though, like Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah,
like when he voiced for Boy and the Heron.
He committed.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think it's kind of a cash cow for them because like it's it probably doesn't take as much time and like they don't have to be like on location and things like that. And then also, if an animated movie flops, it really is not like a tarnish on their record at all. No one gives a fuck about like they're not gonna like blame someone the way I think I'm hearing The Materialist isn't as good as people were hoping. And I probably like come on.
I was really hyped for that, and I almost wanted to go watch it. It was another one of those things where I was like, I'm either gonna watch 2 movies today. And I chose the other one because people were saying it was pretty mid,
Yeah.
Which sucks because Celine Song did Past Lives, and that movie was amazing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I feel like it's one that like when it goes to Netflix, like maybe I will.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't think I never like throw on a movie when I'm by myself. It has to be like movie night with Shorty.
Really?
Yeah. But anyways, and now that is gonna be like a stain on those actors.
Materialists?
Yeah.
They're fine. Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and Dakota Johnson are fine.
They're fine, but people are gonna be like, oh yeah, but they also want Materialists. I don't know. Versus like if they were in okay, maybe Materialist isn't a good one.
But, I think if it's
think of one that's like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. People are gonna be like,
well, I mentioned him twice already. James Corden has some pretty a lot of stinkers in his filmography.
Yeah, and
he was in Cats.
James Corden.
Right. I think that people don't like him for other reasons besides he was in Stinkers.
Yeah, but I think people are like, see, he's in Stinkers because he's a stinker.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good actor who's been in bad movies and has been fine. I don't know. I don't think being in a bad movie really does anything anymore.
I think so.
I think plenty of people enjoy movies ironically that it's like fine.
I think people didn't like the rom-com that Sydney Sweeney was in. And now people are like using
Anyone
it as
but you?
One of the things against Sydney Sweeney.
Anyone but you?
Yeah.
Everything that I've heard about Sydney Sweeney has nothing to do with her acting stuff. It's everything that she's chose to do outside of acting.
Yeah, but then people are also like, oh, but she's
people
also that shitty rom-com.
Well, that might be a bigger problem because everyone loves Glenn Powell, and no one has said anything about.
I thought people are getting tired of Glenn Powell.
People are getting tired of Pedro Pascal. I don't really know why.
Oh, I also heard
Shut up, Pedro Pascal.
The Yard mentioned they were like, yeah, he's everywhere right now.
My camera's smudged. It's bothering me. Yeah, he is in a lot of things at the moment. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Anyhow.
Yeah, he is in a lot of things. I don't think that's a problem. I feel like that's happened before, and everyone's been fine with it. Anyways, I feel like arguably like Adam Sandler's done a lot of bad movies. And everyone loves him. I love Adam Sandler.
True.
But he also makes them.
But he's in a lot of bad movies, and so thus people don't think of him as a very quality actor.
Sure. And then he did Uncut Gems, and everyone was like, sheesh.
And they were like, this is what you've been capable of this whole time?
And then he was like, he said, if I don't win an Oscar for this, I'm going back to making bad movies. And then he didn't win the Oscar. I think he was like, if I don't win the Oscar for Uncut Gems, I'm going to make the worst movie you guys have ever seen. And then he made Hubie Halloween.
I actually have not seen Hubie Halloween, but like I really don't need to because of the voice.
It's also not even his. It's also not even his worst movie. That was me with what's the movie? Is it Happy Madison? Couldn't watch it. We even put it on for like 5 minutes. And we're like, can't stand his voice.
Wow.
We didn't finish it. But there's a Happy Gilmore out right now that I need to watch. Talking about comedies.
Okay, so it can't be.
Not Happy Gilmore. Billy Madison, sorry.
Okay, I was like, this is Happy. Both be happy.
Sorry, Happy Madison is the name of the. Happy Madison is the name of the company he does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to think of better examples, but I feel like being in a bad movie nowadays just makes you kind of like you're kind of like a meme, but no one really, because like every actor that I can think of that is in a lot of bad movies and people call them out for it are like because they're also bad people. Like Jared Leto gets a lot of shit, and Jared Leto just sucks as a person. But he was in Morbius and fucking House of Gucci, which I don't even know that was good, but it feels like it wasn't. And like all these movies, but also Jared Leto sucks. Mm-hmm. Same with James Corden. James Corden sucks and no one likes. Anyways, the last question of this meter, which I might have already asked either on the cat pod or not, but salt rim or sugar rim?
Oh, easy.
3, 2, 1, salt.
Sugar rim.
I'm a salty guy. I love a salt rim.
I love a sugar rim.
It definitely depends on the drink, but overall I love a salt rim.
I love a sugar rim. I love I think I saw either I saw a TikTok or someone sent me a TikTok where it was when someone's telling me crying to me about their breakup at Chili's and I'm licking the sugar rim or something like that and they're like
That's funny.
Love a sugar rim. Usually the options that I'm given are salt, sugar, or tahini.
Right, true. Tahini is another one. I just thought salt and sugar. Yeah. I just the third one has to be a one or has to be a binary question. So
right.
Tahini rims are good too, but again, that's you don't get it with every drink. It depends on the drink.
Yeah, I actually my cousin, or I guess my cousin's wife, but my cousin, she brings when we go out to the bars, she'll bring a little bottle of tahini,
nice.
Just ready on the go.
I love tahini with some pineapple, some diced or not, diced, sliced, whatever pineapple.
That's kind of yummers. Okay.
So yummers. Well, that was the listener, and we did agree on one, and it wasn't even the binary one, so that's pretty hype.
Yay!
Let's freaking go.
Yeah, we have a few options there now because we have. Do we even count Now You See Me? No.
We're not gonna count.
Or fucking Godzilla versus King Kong.
I mean,
with the translator.
Yeah, ASL Godzilla X Kong. That was funny. I forgot we watched that. Yeah, there's that. I mean, we also technically watched this one before. Oh no, we didn't. We watched it twice together.
We definitely
watched it for real, and then we watched it again. Yeah.
For 4th of July.
Shouts out.
We
watched.
Oh my god, we have to go.
We watched a lot of good movies. We watched Wicked. I'm so hyped for Wicked for good.
I saw the trailer for that. I was like, oh my god. Sometimes my nephew will randomly just start whispering, Thea. And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, I eat the grilled cheese. And I said, yeah, go ahead.
That's funny. Yeah. My sister texted me when I was in California and asked if I could edit a video for her. And I was like, I'm a little busy. And she sent me 3 clips of her son, my nephew, who was at I don't know, it looks like one of those little action indoor things. And it was these big slides and he's on a little mat. And he's talking to the camera. He was like, hi, my name is Santiago and I'm about to go on this slide.
Oh
and then he's talking to the camera he's doing a video.
Cute.
And then so I just edited it together for him and he does that and then the clip of him going on the slide.
That's so cute.
And I was like, all right, I can do that really quickly. I was doing that when we were in line for MCR.
Oh. I meant to send Jacob a text about this because he texted me about tralalero.
Tralalero, tralala.
Tralalero, tralala. And I'll text him tonight just so he isn't figuring this out 3 weeks from now. But I was hanging out with my nephew today and we were drawing on the chalkboard and he asked me to draw a shark. So I drew a shark to the best of my ability. Mm-hmm. I'm no artist. And then he was put a hat on it. And I was like, do you want a top hat or do you want what do you want? And he wanted a baseball cap. Ooh. And so I drew the shark with the baseball cap and then I was like, oh my god,
that's a cute shark.
That's tralalero.
That's tralalero.
I just had to put some dunks on him and then
some legs
he's
and
good
dunks.
To go. But yeah, he's adorable.
That's funny.
Yeah,
anywho. Oh, how long are we? Oh, this one's an hour and 12.
Yeah, this is what happens. But okay.
Should I do the set on my other blind ranking?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that real quick. Well, yeah, I mean we have to because you did commit to them last week that you were gonna.
Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, I have to choose either 1 or 5 for this one.
Okay. All right. First one. Dog shoes.
5.
What? Why?
Because every time I try to put dog shoes on a dog, they fucking. You know what? Oh fuck.
Okay,
I know it's good
for
their safety. I know it's good for their.
Especially here, dude.
I know.
So you said 5. Okay.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll say 5 and just walk your dog at night, please. Please. I'm begging. Please.
All right, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna type these out for some reason. Okay, and next is biodiversity.
Okay, 1.
Oh, you're gonna do both? Have to be 1 or 5? Although you're just doing the first one has to.
I think I'm gonna pick 1 for biodiversity, anyways, because Biodiversity is like really
fire.
freaking important.
It also looks beautiful.
You know,
way better than landscaping.
Yeah, and also just like the amount of species we have on our planet, it's very important for us. And so, as former Earth Club president, Earthwatch president,
oh, true. Shout out.
I have to say one.
Okay.
So now I only have the middle.
Origami. The art of origami.
4.
Damn. That's crazy. Okay. Any reason why?
Cute. Or you know what? I'll put it on 3. I'll put it on 3.
You're putting it 3.
Origami's cute. I think it's cutesy. Have I ever really been all that good at it? No. And do I wish that I could do it with like regular paper, or like I guess like you can do origami regular paper, but like it's a little harder.
It's
like,
limited styles.
You should use origami paper. Yeah, I'll say 3. Fuck. Well, now I want to move it to 2.
Because
I'm
like
talking
origami.
myself up because I'm like, you know what? It's an arts and craft. It's an art and a craft.
It's an art and also
it brightens up people's day.
It's good.
It's
have you ever made one of those little frogs that? I just never would have factored in the economics of origami. You're right though. You ever made one of those little frogs that you flip it on the back?
No, but
yeah, that's the only thing I
should learn.
Okay, so are you locking in 3? Or are you locking in 2? Okay.
Fuck it.
All right, so now you have either 3 or 4 left. The next one's gonna be dinosaurs. That's the concept of them.
Okay. I think.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think, for the sake of the blind ranking, I'm putting it at 4 because.
And I already started typing it at 4 too.
Okay, well.
Because I knew you.
I never had a dinosaur phase. I never even watched Land of the Dinosaurs. I did watch Dinosaur Train on PBS.
Familiar?
Dinosaur Train came on right before Sid the Science Kid, and
Fire.
that was my morning. But I don't remember it too well, so it's gonna be a 4.
Okay, and your number 3 is Birdsong.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
we had a very ecological theme.
Yeah, it was very nature, except for origami, but that's paper. Paper's trees.
Paper animals. Yeah.
Paper animals and dog shoes. Yeah, it was very nature. I was very one with the earth that day that I wrote those.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. So just to recap, Amelia was number 1, biodiversity. Mm-hmm. Number 2, origami. Mm-hmm. Number 3, birdsong. Number 4, dinosaurs. And number 5, dog shoes for dogs.
Yeah. If I do trust innovation, I think that someone will come up with dog shoes that dogs don't fucking hate.
I trust innovation. I believe in us as a people to make.
I mean, that's also how I feel. Let's stop.
Let's stop. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I am not going to get Botox until they come up with one that has no consequences.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's pretty good now. It's better than it used to be.
What are the consequences?
But it'll migrate. Yeah, it can migrate.
Oh, true.
It can cause just fucked up things going on. You can get overfilled, things like that. There's gonna one day there's gonna be Botox that has no consequences, and it's just gonna make you look good. And they're gonna take care of that neck too. That's right. Yeah.
I said it. We're gonna tie that neck back.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna wait it out.
Right.
And same thing for dog shoes.
Same for the dog shoes.
I trust innovation.
Capitalism breeds innovation. They're gonna make good dog shoes. It's funny. All right. Well, that's all I have. Beautiful. Well, guys, thank you for. You have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this new thing of the 2. If we, I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, I feel like it feels about the same. We just talked for 30 more minutes. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that's good for you guys, and you guys get us more consistently, Jacob and Gabe. So thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye-bye.